Weirdos here, and I'm back to talk about Unsolved Mysteries. Yeah, I love this show. Part of my childhood. I grew up with it, and I want to take a look at it. Yeah, originally aired January 20th, 1987. It went through a few hosts, Raymond Burr, Carl Malden, and then my boy, Robert Stack.
All right, Steve, let's face a few facts.
Stacking it up with the mysteries. He had a great voice. It was ominous and grim. Just filled you with frightening terror when you heard him talk. It also was sexy. Very sexy.
Perhaps you can help. We've recreated the events of each story in precise detail in the hope that someone, somewhere, knows the truth. Join me. You may be able to help solve a mystery.
I'd like a night with Robert Stack. I also wish I had a voice like that. I could sell anything. My YouTube channel would be popping, blowing up. Yeah, but sadly I sound like this, and I gotta move on from that. The show ran for 9 seasons on WNBC, and then it was picked up for a few by CBS, and then it died on the Lifetime channel, along with Robert Stack. So sad. He himself became an unsolved mystery. Yeah, one day before shooting, they went to his trailer, knocked, and knocked again. No answer. They flung open the door and found only a cigar burning in the ashtray. He had disappeared into the smoke, never to be seen again. Nah, it wasn't like that at all. He died of prostate cancer. So, that's a reminder. If you're approaching 40 men and women, go to the doctor and get the old finger up the butt. Take care of that. Find out or not if you got the prostate cancer. That's too grim. Let's move on. Let's talk about something else. The show would include unsolved crimes, missing person cases, conspiracy theories, unexplained paranormal activity. Yeah, before that was a movie. Before that was a hip, cool thing. It also talked about alien abductions, ghosts, UFOs, Bigfoot, and secret history theories. Also included the death of Tupac Shakur in 96. Who really shot him? Who did it? No one knows, but I do. I know the truth. Yeah, it was Flavor Flav.
Yeah, boy!
Look it up. Do your research. Go deep on the webs. It was him. This giant clock. You ain't fooling me. What? Anyway. The show would reenact each mystery, and then they would go around and interview the people involved. They would tell their story, let you know what really happened. So maybe you could help solve a mystery. I loved this show growing up. I often watched it with my grandparents. They would turn it on. They'd dim the old lights. You know, I'd curl up with my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles blanket and peek out and watch as Mr. Stack would roam around in his trench coat in an old factory, a dirty office or something. He would just loom around, and he would he would set up the show with that voice, and it would just creep the shit out of me. I mean, get under my skin. I couldn't take it. What's weird is this show would always air right before I had to go to bed. So though, you know, I'd watch it and then they'd be like, go to bed. I have to go lay down and lay there in the dark and think about it. You know, all the killers and ghosts and UFOs. My bed was right next to a window, so I keep peeking out the curtain to see if something was out there. You know, in my imagination, I pictured a monster or something, or even Robert Stack himself, man. If he was standing outside my window, I would shit my pants, man. It would be game over for me as a little kid. But yeah, I'd watch this a lot as a child. As I got older, I didn't keep up on it. It really was great if you were a kid watching this, because it would just pique your imagination, and it's very interesting. I liked it. Not so fond of like the missing persons. I remember one episode though. Was talking about this killer. He escaped from prison in Illinois. That's where I live. And he would jump from train to train, town to town. He was still out there killing people. And they said it was in Illinois. And me as a kid, man, I couldn't sleep all night. I was terrified. I couldn't believe it. And, my mom would joke and be like, yeah, if you don't go to bed, he's going to get you. And it's like, oh, how am I going to go to bed when you tell me shit like that? Come on. Man, my mom. Ugh. I wish she would become an unsolved mystery. There was another story, though, that took place close to home. It wasn't a bad one, though. It was the children of Hilda Cron. It took place in Anawan, Illinois. That's about, 8 minutes from here. I live in Kewanee, Illinois. Yeah, don't come here. It took place around Christmas 1948. The Crons and their 7 children were evicted from their home. But the police took pity on them and gave them shelter at our lovely Henry County Jail. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, I fucking hate this place. I've been there many a times for the many a crimes I've committed, although I've never spent the night there. Although I got a buddy who's spending many nights there right now. Shout out to you, boy. I hope you see this when you get out. Anyway, they said for some reason the dad wasn't allowed to see the mom. Yeah, those old cops are probably pulling a train on old Hilda. I'm sorry, that's the dirtbag in me coming out. Too much Kewanee water. Got my mind rotted. Bad thoughts. So anyway, a long story short, the local newspaper published a photo of the family in jail. Social workers got involved, and then they split up the children. They never saw each other for 40 years. It's a touching story of a family being reconnected. And they did. Unsolved Mysteries solved this one. So, that's awesome, man. That was another great thing about the show. They were actually doing some good in the world. Not a lot of people are doing things like this. And I can't tell you my love for this show enough. It is very touching. This was a very touching story, along with many others. But, like I said, I always came back for the UFOs and ghosts and things like that. Oddly, that other story I was talking about, they said the parents were banished from Illinois. So what the hell were they doing? Illinois. Don't come here. Stay out. I can't end this without talking about the theme song. It is eerie. It sets the tone right away. As soon as you hear that, you know you're in for some serious shit. It was composed by Michael Boyd and Gary Malcolm. Yeah, and they did a great job. It's got some 80s flair in there, but I'm not going to hold that against them. They did an excellent job. And overall, I love this show. I often, it's on YouTube. You can watch everything for free on there. I'll throw on an episode and just chill out, listen to Robert Stack talk. His voice is soothing. And, sometimes I can find myself, falling asleep to it. Kind of like Bob Ross. Or that guy from Forensic Files. Another great show to fall asleep to. If you want nightmares. But yeah, I thought I would talk about that today. Bring it back into the minds of people. Right now it is airing on Netflix. They brought it back. Reviving it like they do everything. Remaking it. They can't think of anything new. I watched one episode and it wasn't doing it for me. They could have got someone to do the voice better. Not, don't imitate Robert Stack. No one can imitate him. But, get someone a little bit, more creepy, mysterious, something. But, they never got me past episode 1. But yeah, till next time, maybe you can help solve a mystery.
Join me next time for another edition of Unsolved Mysteries.